So right now, Bose is kind of in a low where they aren't innovating too much, but some of their products are still really good, like let's say their mid-size soundbar. But their speakers are very underwhelming when compared to the rest of the competition, like the Bose Soundlink Max or the Flex 2 or the Micro 2. But still, Bose's headphones are perhaps some of the best headphones to travel with because they are super comfortable. So today we're going to compare the new Bose QC Ultra Headphones 2 to the Bose QC headphones, which are one of my favorite pair of headphones to travel with, and they're also one of my favorite pairs of headphones to recommend to either non-tech savvy people or older people. Regarding pricing, the Bose QC Ultra Headphones 2 have a retail price of $450, which is a lot, but they're already starting to go on sale now. And the Bose QC headphones, these now have a retail price of $360, but they can also be found on sale. Nonetheless, both of these headphones are solid choices for traveling because they're both super comfortable. So if you want to pick either of these two headphones up, they're going to be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. And if you want to further support the channel, then you can always go into the description down below and watch some of the related videos. So first, there's the case. Now, Bose has always done cases very well. Both of these cases are hard shell cases, so they're gonna do a great job of protecting your headphones even if you cram them into a cramped backpack. But more importantly, both of these cases have a small footprint because thankfully both of these headphones are fully collapsible and these cases are relatively thin as well. So overall, there are no issues here when it comes to these cases, and both of these cases are great for traveling. But with the cases out of the way, let's talk about the headphones themselves. Now, these two headphones look very different from one another, and they fit slightly differently as well. Now, both of these headphones have ear cups that fully pivot and swivel. Both of these headphones also have a mostly plastic body. However, with the Ultra 2s, these do have more exposed chrome arms than the Bose QCs, giving them a more premium look. But more importantly, the arms on the Bose QC Ultra 2 glide in and out, whereas the arms on the Bose QCs click. And personally, I prefer when my headbands click because it's easier to find your fit. But more importantly, both of these headbands are properly padded, so hotspots on the top of your head are never an issue, and the leatherette on both of these headphones feels very nice. It's smooth and there's a slight grain to it. Build quality wise and looks wise, the Bose QC Ultra 2s look and feel more premium than the Bose QCs because of their exposed chrome arms. Whereas with the Bose QCs, these are more subtle but still with good and durable build quality. But when it comes to fit, these two headphones are very different from one another. Now, when it comes to clamping force, both of these headphones should fit most people just fine, and they're both big head approved, and even if you like to wear hats, they're both gonna have you covered. However, with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, these have a neutral amount of clamping force to them, as in they aren't too tight, but they also aren't too loose. Whereas with the Bose QCs, these have a much looser fit to them, making them more comfortable for traveling. But more importantly, both of these headphones sit very naturally on your head because both of these ear pads have a lot of range of motion to them. And they both have an adequate amount of padding, so hotspots are never an issue. And when it comes to the ear cups on these headphones, they're both very spacious. So they're gonna have no problem fitting large ears or ears that stick out a lot. However, the ear pads on the Bose QCs are a little more spacious than the ear pads found on the Bose QC Ultra 2s. Now, the ear cups on the Bose QC Ultra 2s are already more spacious than the Sony 1000XM5s or the Sony 1000XM6s or the Sennheiser Momentum 4s or AirPod Max or the Bowers & Wilkins PX7S3s. But still, if you want something with more room, then you should look at the Bose QCs. But also, since both of these ear pads have very little surface area coming in contact with your skin, both of these ear pads do a great job of staying cooler for longer, but the Bose QCs do manage to stay a little cooler for a little longer because they have less surface area coming in contact with your skin compared to the Ultra 2s. But then there's also their weight. Now, the Bose QC Ultra 2s went on a bulk and they added 10 grams from their predecessors, so now they weigh in at 262 grams. Now, 262 grams is still lightweight for a pair of premium ANC headphones, but the Bose QCs weigh in at 235 grams, which I would consider to be super lightweight for a pair of premium ANC headphones, because premium ANC headphones weigh in between 280 to 300 grams, and then there are some super heavy boys out there, like the AirPod Max, which weigh in at 387 grams, which is just way too much. So with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, you don't notice these headphones too much when you're walking around with them on, and they're also easy enough to forget that you're wearing them when you're sitting at your desk or in bed, or if you're flying with these headphones. But with the Bose QCs, since these weigh 27 grams less, these are even less noticeable, and 27 grams is a big deal when it's resting on your head for long periods of time. So build quality wise and design wise, I feel that both of these headphones are neck and neck. They both have a subtle design to them, but the Ultra 2s do command a more looks thanks to their new polished arms, and both of these headphones have good build quality to them. But when it comes to fit, both of these headphones are comfortable, but the Bose QCs are more comfortable for multiple reasons. The Bose QCs have a looser fit to them, their ear cups are more spacious, and they stay cooler for longer, and the Bose QCs are noticeably lighter, so they're easier to forget that you're wearing them. No, the Bose QCs don't have the best tech specs, but they do excel when it comes to comfort. And no matter how amazing your tech specs are on your headphones, if your headphones don't fit well, you're not going to want to wear them. But now let's talk about tech specs. Regarding battery life, the Bose QCs have an advertised battery life of 24 hours with the active noise cancellation turned on, which is good. But the Bose QC Ultra 2s now have an advertised battery life of 30 hours with their active noise cancellation turned on, which is an upgrade over the originals. But one of the biggest difference between these two headphones is that you can now turn off the active noise cancellation on the Bose QC Ultra 2s, so you can extend their battery life that way. Whereas with the Bose QCs, you cannot turn off the active noise cancellation on these headphones even with the latest firmware. So if you want to be able to turn off your active noise cancellation, you do want to go with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, which I do feel is dumb, but being able to fully turn off your active noise cancellation is going to allow you to extend your battery life if you want, and you're going to get better sound quality as well, but we'll talk about sound quality in a minute. Now, both of these headphones charge via a USB-C port as they should. However, the USB-C port on the QC Ultra 2s, you can use it as a wired connection if you want, and you can also use these headphones while they're charging as well, making them a good option if you want to use them for gaming. Whereas with the Bose QCs, you can only use this USB-C port for charging. Now, both of these headphones also have an audio jack, and they both come included with an audio cable, which I know sounds obvious, but there are some other headphones out there that just don't come included with an audio cable. That's sold separately. So if you want, you can use them with a wired connection that way, which I feel is super important for flying. But with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, even if you want to use them with a wired connection, they have to be powered on. Whereas with the Bose QCs, you can use them passively if you want or need to. As in with other Bose QCs, they don't have to be powered on to use them with a wired connection. And personally, I feel that being able to use your headphones passively is going to be a big deal, either for traveling, maybe you're traveling and then your headphones just run out of battery, but this way you can still use your headphones, or being able to use your headphones passively is going to be a big deal for content creation. But when it comes to Bluetooth connectivity, both of these headphones can be connected to any two Bluetooth devices at the same time, making them a great option for any power user out there that likes to hot swap between, let's say, your PC and an iPhone. And latency is not an issue for these headphones, so you can use them to watch videos within your phone. And when it comes to audio codecs, they have support for SBC, AAC, and Snapdragon sound. But in order to use Snapdragon sound, you do have to be an Android user because iPhones top out at AAC. But wait, if you're actually going to charge all of this stuff, then check out our partners over at Anker. They've got a ton of battery banks and chargers. And personally, I've been using this new 7-in-1 charging station from Anker. Now, personally, I really like this charging base because it has two built-in USB-C cables which retract, and you can use them to either charge small devices like your earbuds, or you can even use them to charge your larger devices like your iPad or MacBook. There's an additional USB-C port, so you can plug in an additional cable, and there's also a USB-A port if you've got any older devices that are using a USB-A cable. Plus on the back, you've got an additional three-prong AC ports, so you can plug in any of your other devices, and this base also has a built-in screen, so you can see how much power it's putting out. You can also see how much power each device is taking, and you can even get temp readouts just to be safe. Honestly, this charging base does save me a lot of clutter here in the studio, because I have a lot of devices that just constantly need to be charged. So if you want to pick this charging base up, it'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. And I'm also going to keep a coupon code in the pinned comment down below so that I can get you an extra discount. But now let's talk about sound quality, because there's a lot to say here. So for starters, the Bose QC Ultra 2s sound the same as the original Bose QC Ultra, and the QC Ultra 2s sound similar to the Bose QCs. Both of these headphones are going to be better suited for someone that likes a more neutral sound signature or a more vocals focused sound signature, because these headphones just don't have a lot of kick in their bass. You can hear the bass, but you can't feel the bass. And even if you were to go into their EQ and raise their bass all the way up, you'll be able to hear it, but you're not going to get too much of a resonance or kick from your bass. So they might not be as fun. And this is going to go for both of these headphones. However, the Bose QC Ultra 2s do sound very different with their active noise cancellation turned off, and I feel that the Bose QC Ultra 2s sound better with their active noise cancellation turned off, because with their active noise cancellation turned off, they sound more open, the bass is a little more present, and the mids and vocals aren't as overemphasized like with the original Bose QC Ultras or the Bose QCs, which you can only use with their active noise cancellation turned on. And this is a big deal because active noise cancellation, changing the sound of your music, that's something that happens on older headphones, because with newer headphones, their active noise cancellation doesn't change all that much, whether their active noise cancellation is on or off. So with the Bose QC Ultra Headphones 2, for the best sound quality, you do want to use them with their active noise cancellation turned off. But still, these are going to be better suited for someone that likes a more neutral sound signature or a vocals focused sound signature. And then there's the immersive audio on these headphones, and this is a feature that you're not going to find on the Bose QCs. And this is actually a feature that I never use for two reasons. For starters, immersive audio is going to take a toll on your battery life, because the Bose QC Ultra 2s they're going to go from a battery life of 30 hours to 23 hours. But more importantly, I don't like immersive audio because it adds a lot of reverb to your music, making it sound very unnatural. And with cinema mode, which is an all-new feature for the Bose QC Ultra 2s, it's another version of immersive audio, which adds a lot of reverb to your audio again, but it also amplifies the vocals. So overall, I do not touch immersive mode or cinema mode because it makes your audio sound very unnatural because of all of the added reverb, and it also takes an additional toll on the battery life. Also, keep in mind the Bose QC Ultra 2s sound very different with their active noise cancellation turned on or off. I feel that for the best sound quality, you do want to use them with their ANC turned off, because your music is going to sound more open. The Bose QC Ultra 2s sound good enough to get the job done, but these are still better suited for someone that likes a more neutral or vocals focused EQ, because you're not going to get a lot of kick from their bass. But technically speaking, yes, the Bose QC Ultra 2s do have better sound quality than the Bose QCs, but that's with their active noise cancellation turned off. Now, when it comes to your meter controls, the QC Ultra 2s have a hybrid system. They have a physical button so you can play and pause your music, and you can double tap to skip through your music. But to adjust your volume, they have a touchpad that you swipe up or down on. But honestly, I don't like this touchpad because it's very hard to get the volume that you actually want. I just really wish that they had a physical volume rocker like with the Bose QC headphones. So anytime that I need to adjust the volume on the QC Ultra 2s, I usually just use my phone because I don't want to have to use the touchpad on the QC Ultra 2s. And the media controls on the Bose QCs is one of the big reasons why I like recommending these headphones to non-tech savvy people or older people, because not only are the Bose QCs super comfy thanks to their physical buttons and power on switch, these headphones are super easy to use. So as the tech savvy person of the family, these headphones will save you a lot of headaches if you're going to recommend them to someone. Just trust me on that one. However, something the Bose QC Ultra 2s have over the Bose QCs is that they have wear sensors. So they will automatically pause your music when you take them off, and when you put them back on, they'll start playing music again. But personally, I don't care for wear sensors on my headphones, so thankfully you can just turn them off through their app. But again, the Bose QC Ultra 2s are probably going to be better suited for a more tech-savvy person that might actually care for wear sensors on their headphones. But now let's talk about the active noise cancellation on these headphones. Both of Bose's headphones do a great job of blocking out a lot of noise with very little cabin pressure, making them a great option for flying. And just like before, the Bose QC Ultra 2s block out a little more noise than the Bose QCs, but so that you can see for yourself, we're going to go ahead and jump into an ANC test. So, like you may have just seen, both of these headphones are doing a good job of blocking out lower frequency sounds like road noise, and they both do a good job of blocking out higher frequency sounds like chatter. And just as you'd expect, the Bose QC Ultra 2s are blocking out a little more noise than the Bose QCs. However, the performance difference between the Bose QC Ultra 2s and the Bose QCs isn't all that different. So for me, it wouldn't be worth paying the premium for the Bose QC Ultra 2s. But it's actually very good that Bose isn't artificially holding back the Bose QCs and their active noise cancellation to get people to buy the Bose QC Ultra 2s. But the awkward thing here is the Bose QC Ultra 2s are actually blocking out a little less noise than the original Bose QC Ultras. So here's hoping that Bose is able to improve the active noise cancellation on the Bose QC Ultra 2s through a firmware update, or let's just hope that Bose doesn't degrade the active noise cancellation on the Bose QCs and original QC Ultras to make the Ultra 2s look better, because there is precedent for that. But overall, yes, both of Bose's headphones block out a lot of noise, but the Bose QC Ultra 2s don't block out all that much more noise than the Bose QCs. They're basically the same, and yes, there are some ANC headphones out there that block out more noise than both of Bose's headphones, but Bose's headphones still block out a lot of noise while being super comfy. But then there's the ambient mode on these headphones. Now, the ambient mode on both of these headphones sounds good, and it sounds fairly natural. It doesn't sound as natural as the ambient mode found on the AirPod Max, but it's still good. And with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, it's easier to adjust how much noise they let in. And both of these microphone arrays do a really good job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors. But something the Bose QC Ultra 2s do have over the Bose QCs is ActiveSense. However, ActiveSense is yet another feature that I don't use because it reduces road noise when you're walking outdoors and people's voices can sound a little muffled. And when I'm using the ambient mode, especially outdoors when I'm trying to walk to work or just walking around, those are the exact sounds that I'm listening for. So that's why I don't use ActiveSense on the Bose QC Ultra 2s. And unfortunately, another feature that's missing on both of these headphones is a conversation mode. And that's a really big shame because the Bose NC700s had one of the best conversation modes in the game. And it actually works like this.
Follow the light if you're not sure, listen to your gut.
So, like you have just seen, with the Bose NC700s, at the press of a button, they will quickly lower the volume of your media and pump in all of the ambient sound around you, so that you can quickly talk to someone without having to remove your headphones. And this feature is super useful, especially when you're traveling with your headphones. And a conversation mode is super standard on premium ANC headphones. But for some reason, Bose just abandoned this feature on the Bose NC700s when they can easily add it to either of these two headphones through a firmware update, especially with the QC Ultra 2s, because if you were to press and hold on their volume rocker touchpad thing, you can actually set it as a shortcut if they wanted to. But finally, here's the microphone test. And for the last few years, Bose has been struggling with their microphones for phone calls. But the mic on the Bose QC Ultra 2 has been improved. Now, while in a quiet room, both of these headphones sound good. However, I do feel that the Bose QC Ultra 2s do a slightly better job of focusing on your voice, but it's a very slight difference. But more importantly, the Bose QC Ultra 2s do a better job of dealing with noise pollution, because when it comes to blocking out road noise, these are doing a better job of reducing this noise pollution. Because for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this road noise. But if we were to switch back over to the Bose QC Ultra 2s, it is reduced. Because with the Bose QC headphones, you can still somewhat understand me, but there is a lot of road noise in the background by comparison, and my voice is pushed down as well. And when it comes to blocking out chatter, you can also hear a lot of noise pollution in the background, and my voice does sound a little hollow, and it is getting pushed down on as well. Whereas with the Bose QC Ultra 2s, these are doing a much better job of reducing this noise pollution. However, my voice might not be as front and center, but regardless, this mic is doing a better job of dealing with this noise pollution. Because again, for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this chatter. But if we were to switch back over to the Bose QC Ultra 2s, it is reduced. So overall, the microphone on the Bose QC Ultra 2s is better, and it is doing a better job of dealing with noise pollution. But there are still plenty of other earbuds and headphones out there that do a better job of isolating your voice, especially the AirPods 4 or the AirPods Max. So with all that being said, Bose's headphones don't have the best tech specs out there. They don't have the best battery life. They don't block out the most amount of noise. They don't have the best sounding microphones for phone calls, and they don't have the best sound quality. However, both of Bose's headphones fit very well, and they're both very comfortable. And no matter how amazing your headphones tech specs are, if they don't fit well, you're not going to want to use them. And both of Bose's headphones fit well. Now, when it comes to choosing between the Bose QC Ultra 2s and the Bose QCs, personally, I still prefer the Bose QCs. For starters, the Bose QCs are more comfortable than the Ultra 2 because they are lighter, they have a looser fit, their ear cups are more spacious, and their ear pads stay cooler for longer. Now yes, the QC Ultra 2s do block out a little more noise. They have a slightly longer battery life, and they sound a little better with the active noise cancellation turned off. But personally, I just can't justify paying the premium for the Bose QC Ultra 2s when the Bose QCs are super close in performance, but they're much more comfortable as well. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.